Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for January 7th, 8th, and 9th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, I'm going to use my decks. Okay, for the main readings, I'm going to use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I'm going to pull one from my Colette Baron Reed cards. Also, too, I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for the overview, the introduction, we're going to go back to Radley Valentine, my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and we'll pull one from my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job, just deliver the message. So, yes, there's been a lot of changes in my life in the last 3-4 months. So, just want you to bear with me. Some of you know what those changes have been. They've been very exciting and loving changes, but they still have been changes, and they've been keeping me quite busy. Now, I have been feeling very much, even though I was looking astrologically, well, we got some stuff going on, but not necessarily a lot of bing, bing, bings. Not a lot of, it's just kind of like in a pattern, in a standoff type of energy up there in the universe. However, when I was doing my meditation, praying, whatever you want to call it, I was getting a lot of supernatural energies that was extremely busy. It was almost like a train terminal or an airport terminal, something like that. It was like, flights coming and going, people, or I shouldn't say people, energies, golden energies, silver energies, just, kind of swirling around. And it was just very, very busy. Now, what does that mean? Whenever I see terminal type of energies, it could be that we might be hearing more about more people passing to the next level. It could also be a lot of ascension energy happening for the people that are here. A lot, because we have been, you are brought here, we're brought together because we are of the light, and it's not easy to stay in the light. It's not. There is so much dark energy, and I do not have my glasses around, but we'll continue. There's so much dark energy around us, and we are the flickers. We are a lot of us are the anchors in this world, in this universe. Okay, so we had some cards already flop out, whatever I want to say. Okay, so we've got these are the 3 cards, and again, I do not have my glasses. I left them in the other room, but I will have them for the readings. So we have a number 1. Okay, these are major arcana cards. We have the Magician, we have Justice, we have the Ace of Raphael. So the Magician, number 1, and the numbers have strong meanings. We need to remember them. We need to look them up. You can, in search browser, like right now, there's a 181. You can put that in, and angel numbers behind it, gematria. There's little ways of interpreting. There's a lot of little ways to interpret numbers. Also meditate in, your intuitiveness, your intuition in itself. But the Magician, number 1, new start, new beginnings, Archangel Raziel. The Magician connects with that higher power. The Magician receives a lot of its resources or her resources from higher power. The Magician says everything is ready. We have what we need. Things, we just need to have faith. We need to believe. We need to put this out. Now, we have a lot of Aquarius energy right now, and that's an air sign, and I am really a big believer in speaking things out, putting it into the universe, keeping it positive, putting the positive out. We are in that new moon to that full moon energy, so there is a lot that we want to request. So something for this weekend is very much that there can be some major activation, major changes being put out there. We need to really stay positive. The Magician is bold. The Magician does not tread in fear, does not live in fear. The Magician throws out his light, and also, too, there's kind of an orby type of energy here. So now, let's see if I can read this. Okay, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful, beginnings. So there could be some major changes. Like I said, in that supernatural realm, there just seemed a lot of activity, a lot of, and I don't know if that's just, it felt busier than normal, okay? Now, we have an 8. 8 has, oh, and this is our, okay, Raziel, and this is Raguel. 8 has unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. It is the number of, if you think of it this way, infinity, infinite, okay? Justice has a legal energy to it. Justice also has a karmic energy. We are about to go into Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is in Aquarius, but we are going to go into retrograde. I think that's around the 14th, 15th. I think right around then. So we are in that shadow right now. And again, Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year. It is a very fast energy, very fast planetary movement. And, and what happens is it appears to go retrograde, okay? It's an appearance. Now, again, Mercury is in Gemini, so there is a lot of communications. Mercury is about communications, also electronics. And I do have a lot of karmic energy here too. So, that Saturn in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius going retrograde, anything could be possible. Anything could be happening, so just be aware there is a lot of karmic energy when Mercury goes retrograde, okay? And justice could bring about a lot of karmic rightness. Now, is that rightness in what we think should happen? I can't really tell you that. But maybe to that supernatural realm, it's kind of like balancing those scales, making things, balancing and putting things into a better perspective. Okay, so fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. And now we come to the Ace of Raphael. Now, Ace, number 1 again. So we have that 1 energy again. Raphael is our water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid and emotional energy. Okay, so things are happening. Now, when, is this full moon in Cancer? I think the full moon is in Cancer. Let me double check on that because I don't want to, I don't want to tell you something and it not be true, but I think it's in Cancer this time around. Oh my goodness, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Let's go on in here just for me to take a look. Now, I could be wrong, which I'm not going to say I'm not, but the full moon, where are you, full moon? The full moon, yes, the full moon will be January 17th, and it will be in Cancer, so I do think that that has some real strong energy, and it will go into, the full moon will be the 17th, so 117, 6:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So full moon energy, Cancer, fluid, emotional. There is a new emotional wave happening. It's something that really, it's a new spirit. It's a new, like, oh my gosh, there's something that's very, with the Ace of Raphael has a lot of positivity, but it's very emotional. So as we go into Mercury retrograde and as we go into that new moon, be aware that our emotions can be very, very engaged. So Mercury retrograde again, Mercury entered Aquarius on the 2nd, and it goes retrograde on the 14th. So, so there is this very strong emotional new experiences going on with this. Okay. A positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So things, considering we have the major arcanas, the Archangel Power Tarot cards, and then we have this with the, fulfilling spiritual insights, right? There is going to be a very strong connection with that spiritual world. Like I said, there is the, I do feel like the spiritual world, the metaphysical world is extremely, extremely busy. Things are happening. A lot of times that's behind, it's the behind the scenes, the moon type of energy. So there could be a lot of connections this weekend for many, many people. And that can, while things are kind of getting themselves in a very strong place, it can be very overwhelming too. Now, Out of my Colette Baron read, The Good Tarot, comes the Queen of Water. The Queen of Water. Now, royalty, queen. Queen's underlying energy is water again. So this is water, water. This is water also. The queen is very, connected. The queen is kind of almost a little bit too involved and a little bit too emotionally connected. However, the queen feels things very, very deeply, wants things to be better, wants things better for her family, for the people that she loves, the people that she rules. So I do feel that while we have this very major arcana stuff happening, I do feel this could be a very emotionally unsettling weekend for everyone. But it is something that purges us. It's something that pulls out some of that darker energy even from ourselves. Now, we are humans. Humans have that dark energy. It's part of our nature, part of our DNA. But it is looking at that, and it's looking at that, and I do feel that there's going to be some purging of that maybe. So if you're crying a lot this weekend, if you're just feeling things very deeply, know that something is going on in the spiritual. Things are being cleared out. The energies are clearing up. But it's still emotionally unsettling, okay? But, so it's kind of like the good news, and the bad. Good news is things are happening in that spiritual. The good news, again, things are clearing up, things are being made better. However, the bad, if this is bad, it's just going to be very unsettling, very emotional, very kind of like, when you just have that major kind of that meltdown energy, and then when you're all done with it, you say, now I can go on. Now I can go on. That's this type of weekend. Overview. Let's see now, as I start, let's go and see what the individual sign energies will be. Okay? Okay. Hello, my Aquariuses. We are coming to your season. What is it, on the 19th? Happy birthday to you then. So what is that, 10 days? Okay, let's see what we have. Are you getting everything wrapped up? There's a lot of growth still, growth potential for you, and I know it stretches you. It's not comfortable. It's icky, but it is something extremely, extremely necessary for you, okay? Let's go on. Oh, card here, the Four of Water. Water energy is, again, I talk about that in the intro. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have the Cancer full moon coming up right before the change for you. There is an emotional attachment. There's a spiritual attachment. There is, it's going to be pulling. I just feel like it's kind of like there's a metaphysical struggle. It's, it's like things want to be pulled out of you, and you're like, not yet. Pull out, not yet. So there is a struggle with this. There is a struggle. We do have choices, and many times, even with the supernatural, we can say no. Now, a lot of times our choices are overruled, depending on how we're working with spirit on this, but, I just feel like there is a power struggle. It's an internal power struggle going on for you. Okay, these two are reversed. So this one, the Four of Water, fours, stability. I am feeling kind of unity. It's not necessarily the but I'm feeling that with this card. Coming together also, but fours, stability, leadership, organization. I am feeling some unity here. Now, I feel that, the Four of Water, Four of Cups, is about an in-between moment, not letting go of something and moving, not necessarily seeing the positive coming. It's this in-between moment. But I do feel that you're not alone in this in-between moment. And it's just, there's a little bit of a state of confusion here. So this weekend could be very confusing in whatever, it's kind of like, but what's going on over here? But what's going on over here? I just don't know. I need more information. There is an emotional struggle going on with this weekend with this Four of Water. I just feel this emotional, and again, I do feel confusion. I do feel unity, though. I do not feel you are alone in this. So, I mean, I would be, this almost feels like it's that universal. So whatever you're getting, whatever you're picking up from spirit, from the source, there's just this struggle. I just feel this emotional, spiritual struggle. And, in-between energy. And again, you're not alone. You're not alone in this struggle. But again, it's this in-between. It's like, you know, the three, you know, if you think back to the Ryder cards, it's like that person kind of like looking at these three cups and just kind of like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Not really happy with it. And there's a divine hand bringing the fourth. And I don't know if they are either not ready to see that, or they're just kind of ignoring it and focusing on what they can, you know, literally what's planted in the ground. There is an internal struggle. I keep getting that over and over and over again. Missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Next card, release. Okay, so this in the Ryder card deck is considered the death card, 13. So we have a 4-1-3, 3-1-4. 1's new beginnings, new starts, 10 transition. 3 has a lot of creativity. 3 has a lot of power to it also. Archangel Raziel, something has to end in order for something to begin. And again, that goes really with this in-between moment. But you have to be willing to release it. Release what that is in order for you to accept what's coming, okay? Because what's coming is a divine energy, divine opportunity, divinely inspired. Okay, the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. I feel these two are extremely powerful together. I would go with the 4-1-3, look those up and see what that has to say. I feel these are like so connected. Here we go, next card. The 7 of water. 7, divine umbrella, divine number, divine intervention, divine interference, water energy. Again, it's not easy. It's not easy with what you have to do. Again, it's just this, you know, there is an immense internal, maybe spiritual struggle between the physical and metaphysical, struggle between that Saturn and Aquarius, you know, the illusion and, you know, what you believe and what you know. There's just, this weekend it's going to be one of those times. The energies are going to really be promoting, you know, this struggle. And with this struggle, there will come an outcome. There will come an outcome. Yes, there will be you know, something will be resolved or will be clarified for you, and it will give you that new path. Okay, but it's not an easy weekend for you, my Aquariuses. I'm sorry. I wanted to be really happy for you, but you have been, you know, you've been pushing on, struggling in many, many ways. But it just feels like a lot of your energies come to a head, probably because it's right before your, you know, your birth season. And it's kind of like, this is get it done. But very strong spiritual struggle. Okay. A complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So in many ways, you know, there is kind of like, to me, when it says with this to stop procrastinating, it feels like for a lot of well, at least for some of my Aquarians, it's like, you know, that you had to go, you knew, it's kind of like, you're kind of like, no, I really don't want to do that. It's like when I'm told to do something and it's like, I don't want to do that. And it's like, no, but you have to. And you're like, I will not do that. And I'm going to do everything to not do that. Kind of Jonah in the whale type of energy here. Card has fallen on my foot. Oops, we have 2 cards. 2 cards. Let's see what we have here. First card is victory and success. So 6, number of man. The energies you put into something, toot your own horn, victory, you know, again, you do find the way, you do get the clarity. I do feel like the sun comes out and it's dispelling a lot of the clouds. It's all of a sudden, it's an aha type of moment for you. Next card is, we have that 7 again, okay, deception and envy. Now, I think that this is like, part of this is going back to this struggle, going back to this, like, you know, the clarity. And I think you're going to see that there's been a lot of, you know, even though I felt unity here and that there are a lot of people working with you or feeling the same way, This could be that as you do find clarity that people are not necessarily happy. It could be because you do find this path, or you do have that aha moment. I feel like the deception and envy is coming against you more than you holding on to that. Okay? I feel like it's a discovery of like a lot of things that a lot of things that those three cups, it's kind of like, I just feel like this is kind of the result, and it's not necessarily an easy, it's not an easy discovery. It's not an easy discovery. And it really isn't easy, especially if you find people that you care about. And you're like, well, I thought we were together on this, going back to that unity. I thought we were working together on this. And I find out that, the deception and energy is kind of like, people were, kind of undermining you, kind of like telling you, that's a really great, hey, I'm supporting you. And then telling the other person, Aquarius, I'm not too sure about Aquarius. So I do feel this could be around the people, but the victory and success does mean you do overcome. But it's not always easy, especially when you have people that you care about, okay? But maybe they're not. Maybe they're co-workers, maybe they're neighbors, and it's kind of, I do get this kind of a shock value with it, kind of like, wow. Okay, so what crystal or energy for my Aquarians? Selenite. Selenite's quite beautiful. Now there's different thoughts about what is considered selenite. So, I have this is considered selenite, then some other will say no, it needs to look more like that. But selenite is about psychic insight, blessings, fidelity, deep connections. I do get a very strong Saturn energy with this deception and envy too. And remember, Saturn, Aquarius. So, okay, enough said about that. So you look like this is a big, this is one of those purging moments. I think I talked about it. I think that it wasn't in the introduction, but it's just kind of a aha, okay. Take it for what you wish, okay? If it resonates, run with it. If not, let it go. Anyway, my Aquariuses, please remember the buttons, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. I do appreciate everything you do. I'm sorry I was late. This side. I had some dental work yesterday. So anyway, as always, most importantly, my Aquarians, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.